Hi, St. Lucia. Welcome back. So this morning is on. I am Chayla Mendez, your host, and we are here with Kentilia. I'm sure you're probably thinking the arts and drama and anything, related. And technically, you're not wrong. Today she is here because she's a committee member for the Nobel Laureates Festival. So, the festival has kicked off. It's in full swing. But I think some of us are still a little bit left in the dark. So we're going to get in the know this morning and understand everything. So Kentilia, thank you again for stopping by. How are you?
I am fine and always happy to be here.
Good. That's the best thing you can say to me this morning. So
Okay.
that makes me happy. Now, the festival is here. What is new and exciting to the festival?
I think in terms of new, we have our old favorites, but everything has a new twist. Again, this year it's about celebrating our legacy because it's the 25th anniversary. And so because of that, everybody's kind of made a special attempt to bring their best foot forward. So when you go to the activities, I know we have, for example, St. Lucia Books. Right now, there are a lot of activities going on. There are a lot of workshops, and we have more than we had last year. More artists coming forward to read to the students. So we have that nice interaction happening. So we've seen an increase in terms of the number of persons attending. And that's a good thing. Of course, we have the National Archives with their usual wonderful presentation. We have this weekend Silver Shadow Dance Academy doing their piece, so we have the dance happening. So quite a lot, yeah.
Now, one thing I've seen, because we've happened to stop by already by St. Lucia Books as well. And as you mentioned, the engagement with the artists, because I'm seeing a lot more artists being present when
Yes.
people come and see. Normally there'd be exhibitions or something going on, but the persons in question behind the art, behind whatever it is, would not be there. So how important is it, or why that push now to actually have more of that interaction?
We have to remember that our Nobel laureate Derek Walcott was first and foremost a teacher. And he loved the interaction with students, with young persons. And in keeping with his legacy, also I should say Sir Arthur Lewis as well was also a teacher. And for them, that interaction where you really get a chance not to just see something afar, but really interact with the persons who have created it, to ask the questions. As they both said, education, and that is where you spark the next genius. We keep saying that we've had 2 Nobel laureates. When will the next one come? Out of activities like this. This is where you plant that seed.
Nice. Now, for it, can you just reiterate? I think you mentioned it earlier, but the theme for this year for the festival.
Theme for this year is celebrating excellence, consolidating our legacy. And as we said, it's our 25th anniversary. Can you imagine 25 years? I know, huh? Yes.
And just recently, it's transitioned to a full-fledged festival, because before
Yes.
it used to be just like a week.
It used to be a week, and what we found was every year more and more persons or organizations have, come on board. And right now we've had to limit the number of different activities because it's 3 weeks now. We're going all the way into February, and February is also Independence Time.
Right.
But we have old staples like always the St. Lucia Chamber Awards, and we have always Labrie, for example, doing their Meet the Artists activities. We have Denry, the Denry Foundation, always having activities as well. So a lot happening, not just in Castries and not just in schools, but for everyone.
Now that takes care of my next question, because I know of maybe more of the activities in our area.
Yes.
So at least we know that it's all encompassing and everybody is getting
Everyone,
involved.
yes.
So for persons to be able to find this information, maybe see the calendar of activities to really get into it, how are we able to access?
We have a Facebook page. It's the Nobel Laureate Festival. Once you type it in, we'll come up, and we have our activities, and we have little highlights about the various upcoming activities. So just go on and like us, because once the festival is done, we're not done. There's always a lot that goes on behind the scenes and getting ready for the next festival. Persons are always asking, how do we get involved? Go to the Facebook page and you'll find more information.
All right, well, that's fantastic. So St. Lucia, now you're in the know, so go there. There's no reason to be left in the dark. We're going to keep following the events leading up. When does it officially climax?
It ends next week. I know it's supposed to be around the 6th or the 10th, around that time. See, it's getting longer and longer. Each time it's hard to keep up. Because I think the launch, for example, of the Independence activities is next week, and that is part of our festival. So I know after that, then we kind of slow down a bit. Yes.
Nice. Well, it's also great to see the synergy
Yes.
between everything. So, you know, the
Yes.
festival is not isolated and also still being pulled into independence and vice versa.
Yep.
So, well, thank you very much again for stopping by, Kentilia.
Thank you, as always, for having me.
Super. And St. Lucia, so it's our festival. Let's come out and just fully indulge in it. Welcome, St. Lucia. Good morning to you. I'm thrilled to be speaking to you right here at the National Archives with our good friend, Margot. How are you today?
Oh, Shayla, I am feeling energized and extremely happy.
Great. Now, you know, we always have a good energy when we come visit you. It's always also enlightening. And there's something very special going on right here at the National Archives. And it's an exhibition, part of the Nobel Laureates Festival. It is Women in Art. And Margot herself is one of these women who are part of the arts. So, Margot, tell us about the exhibition.
Well, on January 24th, we launched our Women in Art exhibition. I thought it was important that our students and the general public got an idea as to what women of St. Lucia are doing in the area of the visual arts.
That's perfect, and that's great to know. I know there's so many different aspects to the exhibition. When you think visual arts, don't just limit yourself to thinking paintings, but, you know, Margot is going to take us through, and let's just, you know, take us on this walkthrough and what people are going to experience when they get here to the archives.
When you get to the archives, you will encounter a mind-blowing display, and this is by our homegrown Christine Samuel. She is such an elegant young woman, and her work is on fabric. We also have Lynn Bristol. She's also a designer and an artist, and her work is also on fabric. Another young lady who does fabric and also work on canvas is Shirley Ann Edwards. She is brilliant. Then, when you come into the main gallery, you will see some work that I have done. I'm a new artist. I'm not even sure if I'm an artist, but work that I have done, I just started to paint. Then we have professional artists, like Nancy Cologist. She's a professional artist. This has been her life's work. And she has brilliant pieces, wonderful pieces, fantastic pieces. And her sister, who is also an artist, Janet Lang, she has a piece on display. Then the professionals, I'm sticking with them. We have Shay Kozia, and I love Shay's work. Brilliant colors, kind of impressionistic, and it's work that appeals to quite a number of people. Then we have a young lady whose work is very realistic. She captures people, Sabrina Romulus. Then there is a young woman, Elizabeth Anthony Tench. She, like me, because we started at the same time. So her work is very smooth. She started and she's coming on very, very well. Then we have Solange Lawrence. Her dad, Ken Lawrence, is the president of the Artists Circle. So these are the artists of St. Lucia. Then another professional that we have is Ancelia Nolly. When you see her work, you can see technique, you can see somebody who has had the privilege of going to art school. And then now we have individuals who are into intuitive art, and that's a new concept where the paint is placed on the canvas, and according to what I have been told, whatever you see on the canvas, you then paint. And the two people who have really been into this is Jean Medrick and Nicole Edgecombe. We have art by Aisha Kwame Thomas, and this is work she did a long time ago when she was about 15 years, and she was based here. She's no longer here. Then we have two very important people, Alexandra Grant, who worked with The Voice, and she is one of the very few women, and I think she's the only woman that I know, and I may be wrong, who deals with cartoons. And then I've left her for last, but definitely not least, one of the best portrait artists that we have here, Janine Giroudi. We should have had on display, you can see we're well set up for her with the projector, and that's Sharon Moise. She is a very good artist, and her work that she will give us to put up deals more with computer-generated art. So, Shayla, it is so wonderful that you're covering our exhibition, and I want to invite everyone to come and see, come and experience. And in the process, I want you to begin painting. Painting, because you can do sketches, you can do paints using acrylics. I love oils, so that's what I have been doing. And I think, just the smell of the oils and the turpentine remind me of the old masters and take me back to Italy and all these, places, Europe and so on. So I just hope that women will begin to be interested in art. Try it. You will love it.
All right. So St. Lucia, you can feel her passion, you hear it. I mean, that was a little insight into an artist's mind. And Margot only started in 2016. So I always say we need to find creative forms to just express ourselves, to let out some steam. Who knows, painting may be yours, but again, if you need some inspiration, everybody come on down to the archives so you can be part of this experience and see exactly what it has to offer. So it's Women in the Arts, and of course this is going on in celebration of everything St. Lucian, and of course part of the festival. So hurry up and come on down, don't let the time go away. And Margot, thank you very much once again.
You're most welcome, Sheila.
Welcome back, everybody. So this morning has returned, and if you've just logged onto DBS, then welcome to the family. You've made it just in time. Yesterday, the RC Boys School had an awards ceremony. Of course, it's a celebration and everything to just keep the boys motivated. And we were there, and we were able to catch up with one of the school teachers, as well as Dr. James Fletcher, who is actually the person who's giving the prize, doing that for the last couple of years now. But this year, the prize was a tablet to the top performing student. So let's see how it unfolded.
Annually, we organize an award ceremony, and it's organized by the teachers of the RC Boys Primary School. And at that ceremony, we award the students who have performed exceptionally in the first term exams. And I think this year we had, the most students who are down to receive awards. We have our top performer at the school who got an average of 99.18%. And he was second by another student who got 98.90%. So it is something that we do every year, and we hope to continue, because we know that, of course, just giving the students rewards for work that they do, it encourages them to work even better. The students definitely look forward to the awards ceremony, because that's the time that they get to receive the merits, they receive the certificates for hard work. And it is very important to them because, of course, the psychologists would say that once someone is rewarded, then it motivates them to work even harder and to excel. So definitely it goes a long way in preparing the students not for school but for life with regards to them reaching their true potential. 117 students will be receiving awards today.
Every year, and this is something I think that started maybe 6 years ago, I'm not quite sure of the date now. I give out a prize to the top performing student from the St. Aloysius RC Boys Primary School, my alma mater, top performing student in the Common Entrance Examination. And this is something that we started, it actually started with very simple beginnings in the RC Boys School yard, and it's now grown to this excellent activity in the church where not just the top performing student is awarded, but all of the other outstanding students of the St. Aloysius RC Boys Primary. We recognize excellence, we recognize performance. I think it's something we don't do enough of. Unfortunately, we make a big deal over the poor performance, but there are students doing extremely well in school. There are teachers who are doing, throughout our education system, doing an excellent job of educating and motivating these children. I think we need to focus more on that than on the poor performances. We need to do something, yes, to improve the overall school landscape, the school ecosystem, but we need to recognize children throughout our country who do an excellent job, and not just performing academically, but performing in sports, performing in extracurricular activities, doing jobs, motivating others, going above and beyond the call of duty, and so many other things that they do. So this is really a great activity that the St. Aloysius RC Boys Primary School does every year, and I hope that other primary schools, other secondary schools will do the same. And also that the media would do the same, and the media would cover, because I think too often we dwell on the negative things, we dwell on the not so good things, and we do not give sufficient prominence to the very, very many good things that are happening in our society. The education system in St. Lucia certainly needs improving, as it does throughout the Caribbean. You know, you get the constant complaint by employers that the students that are being turned out by the education system in the Caribbean does not equip those students with the skills that are required. So it's no longer just hard academic skills. It's also soft skills like networking, self-motivation, creativity, the ability to think, the ability to what Alvin Toffler refers to as learn, unlearn, and relearn. These are all things that we now need to inculcate in our students through our education system. And I think it's something that is required. As for our teachers, I think our teachers are doing an excellent job. I'm a former teacher, albeit I taught for only 1 year, and I know the conditions under which teachers teach in St. Lucia. And I think we have to commend our teachers. They are underpaid, they are underappreciated, and I think what we need to do is find ways to improve the system for our teachers so that they have all the tools that they need, together with a revamped curriculum that, as I said, is better reflective of the times that we live in, these ultra-competitive, super network information loaded times, so that the teachers can do an even better job than they're doing right now.
And yet we seem to think that our boys are not doing well. Hats off to everybody. Special good morning to all the students at the RC Boys School, as well as the staff, the teachers, everyone. So let's keep pursuing excellence. Our boys are making us proud. We're going to fight and dispel that stigma. I also have a boy, so we have to keep working hard because the future is definitely looking bright. Now, with that said, I think that's one of the best notes we could end on: positivity, signs of progress, and, you know, the youth are definitely doing something positive, especially our boys. So if anybody right now, you know, wants to be involved, it's all on us. It takes, you know how they say, it takes a community, a village to raise a child. So we have to be involved and support each other, support the kids, be there for them. Positive reinforcement is really something that is needed too. So let's take this with us. It is the first day of February. How are you going to spend it? What are you going to do? Let's make the most of it today. You've already started it off with this morning. So keep the positivity, the good vibes going. And tomorrow is going to be Free Up Friday. So let's look forward to that. And I'll see you tomorrow. Same time and same place, right here on your number, Nita. That's DBS.